can make you some money fast. So here's what happened. So I just got off the phone with the coaching client, and they were worried about not making enough quick money in their business. Now, here's what I told them next. Now, I'm going to show you something that is super duper easy to do, and you can get it out there in no time and start making some cash. Watch this. So, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you how we will then use a flyer campaign. Yep, a flyer campaign. Something super duper simple to go out there and find people that you can put your flyer into their businesses, into their homes. And as a result of something very, very simple, bring in cash fast. Now, this particular client happened to be up against time because where I am, it's kind of getting cold. It's getting ready to snow and all that kind of stuff. But the business that they have, if they can bring in a couple of clients fast, they can, stack the cash and get ready for the wintertime. All right, so here's what I did. We're going to be using EDDM.USP. In other words, we're going to be going over to the United States Postal Service, and we're going to use their tools to find us people in a certain geographical area. Now, you get where I'm doing with this. I'm saying within a certain geographical area, they may have an opportunity, and you may have an opportunity, depending on the kind of business you have, to go out there and reach these folks very, very fast. Now, look at this. So I put it in a address, right? Now, this happens to be the Hall Street Bakery area, and I'm telling you, I love, 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 love Wealthy Street Bakery, and I've been over to the Hall Street Bakery, and let me just tell you, it is delicious. So anyway, so here's what we did. We put in an address in the area that we want to serve. This is the key. We put a 5-mile radius. This is the key that you want to take a look at. And the wonderful thing about that is that it will then give you all of these potential addresses that you can send out your flyer campaign. That's the key area, right? So now look at this. If I want to refine my search, then I want to say, okay, do I want residential? Do I want a specific age group? Now, watch this. The kind of business they have, they would probably want people in the older range. Why? Because in the older range, I didn't say old, I said older. So just don't get it twisted. So in an older range, because these might be the folks that say, hey, you know what? I don't want to do all this work myself. So let's just go ahead and take this range right here. We're going to just extend this out a little bit. So let's say it is between the 55 and 75-year-old range, because in the kind of business that they have, people that are in the age range says, you know what? I don't want to do all this work. Okay. Now, here's the magic. So we start looking at all the different addresses. Now, watch what happens when I put my cursor over in these different areas. So it's telling us some really good information. Look at this. It's saying in this particular area, you've got 631 residential homes, 91 businesses. So you got about 722 people that you can reach. This is the beautiful part. It tells us the income. It tells us how many people are in the house. It tells us the actual cost to do this kind of mailing. So let's say if I go, all right, that's cool, that's fine, but I want somebody that is making a few more bucks or whatever it is. Now, again, why I say this is a hack to make some quick cash is that you get a chance to find out who you're going to send your mailer to. And that's the magical part. Mailers don't cost a lot of money. A lot of other marketing programs cost a bag. So we don't want to be spending a whole bunch of money, but we want to make sure that the kind of service that we have can serve people that can maybe afford it. Let's say, right? If you got less expensive services, then we go down into some other areas. You see what I'm doing here? I'm literally using a tool that's free to us to use. It's telling us where people might reside. And then it's going to tell us the cost it is going to cost us to do this particular campaign. So let's say if I say, you know what, I want to go ahead and do this one right here. It's going to cost me $210, but I know the people in this area make about 80 through 89,040 bucks. Are y'all watching that, right? So let me go ahead and click that. Now watch what happens next. It's telling me right here, well, if you're going to send out 770 mail pieces, it's going to cost you for the United States Postal Service to deliver those 190 bucks, kind of an approximate cost, right? Now, we then go into the next steps, and that's where we decide on the bigger things. The main thing I wanted to show you, and I quickly wanted to come on here and show you how you, depending on the business you got now, and I've seen this work in all kinds of businesses, whether it's snow removal or lawn care or trash bin cleaning or bakery stuff or whatever it is. I'm not saying that I work with, for Hall Street Bakery or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, why wouldn't you do things like that? Market in this particular way to make yourself some quick cash. People are sitting there reading your stuff going, I don't want this, I want this. And if what you say next on the flyer itself is exciting enough, well, guess what? You might end up getting that bag. I'm just saying, right? So let's go into, if we went into next steps, then it's taking us into the, creating of the thing and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to share with you that we can do this really, really easy. You go ahead and sign up. You get into, your account. If you got an account with the United States Postal Service, if you don't, go ahead and do that. Depending on the kind of business that you have, you can go out there and do some extraordinarily interesting things and do it very, very quickly. That's what I wanted to share with you, is that becomes our opportunity to go out there and have some fun with our business. Making money fast is a function of, can we market quick enough to folks? Can we do it in a way that they go, man, that's exactly the service I have been looking for? And if we can do that, we can go out there and make ourselves some money very, very quickly. Hey, listen, if you like this kind of content, I'm coming on live doing these things all the time. I would love to be coming on at 9 every night. Well, I don't know. You tell me if you want that. I'll come on at 9 every night and go over the days, whatever, is to help us get out there and start monetizing our life and maximizing our business. This is what I do. If you like this content, go ahead and in the description field, you'll see some opportunities to go and see more stuff that I've done. And if you say, hey, I really liked it that much, I want to buy you some coffee. Well, I love drinking coffee, as you can tell. You can do that too. All right. Hey, I want to check you guys out in the next video. If you want to send me a note saying, hey, tell me some more about this marketing to make money fast, and I'll jump on it. See you next time.